Hey, what is up? What is up? And what is up? This is MemoRandom here, coming at you with a new video. And this one is live. This one's going on right now. So at any point, if you want to go ahead and talk with me, you can talk to me. This is something that I've been wanting to do for a while, a live stream, but with energy and pizzazz and all of that bull crap. But pretty much what I wanted to do was to kind of go through a couple of things. One of the most important things is I wanted to kind of go through apps that I think that you should be checking out. There are things that I might stream on later that maybe you can go ahead and start playing, and maybe we can go ahead and join together and have some fun. So cell phone games seems to be taking off lately, for good reason too. Cell phone games are quick, they're easy, they don't take up too much of your time, and they're perfect for when you need to drop a deuce, just there we go. That's the way in my mind it kind of works. So I'm going to be going through a couple of games here and you can kind of already see them here, and you can see something like, oh my god, seriously, that's the game that you're gonna do. But just bear with me. Some of them are games that I'm gonna take my glasses off. Some of them are games that I feel that are amazing, awesome. You need to play them. Some games I'm actually using them as a benchmark. I'm using them so that you can kind of have an idea of like how you can compare it. So that's the basic idea. So let me just go ahead and go through them in no particular order. So please bear with me, but please during this entire video, go ahead and comment, talk, and I'll bring up if you have any questions about certain apps or games. But I'm going to be going through them kind of quickly, so just bear with me, those of you that come in later or those that are going to be checking out the video after this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start off with the first game, and that is, and I'll go ahead and center that. Here you can go ahead and see the game, what I call, not what I call, the game of, there we go, King of Fighters. Now, King of Fighters is a game that's obviously based on the arcade fighting game King of Fighters, and this is specifically called King of Fighters 98 of the respective game. So this game is what I'd like to call the anti-gacha game. Now, in order to explain what an anti-gacha game is to begin with, it is basically the idea of you randomly receive characters based off of a pool system. Games like that, as you can see here, would be like Fate Grand Order, Brave Exvius, Record Keeper, Brave Frontier. They're basically games where you receive the currency within the game, and it's usually a premium currency, and then you're going to use that currency to receive a random character, whether of I would say rare quality to something that's more common, and it's usually a random base with a percentage base on it, which is like, in order to receive the rarest of the characters, you have to have, or you have a 1% chance to receive it. That's the idea. But most of the time you're going to receive a common. So the reason why I say that this is called the anti-gacha system is that it does something very different. Now, in the King of Fighters, sorry, I'm going to be messing with this each time. In the King of Fighters, instead of having a normal gacha system, which it does technically, all right, you can basically click here and you can actually see that you can pull from this. You're either using the 240 diamonds, or you can use 2,280 to do a big pull. You don't have to, because check this out. Here in the in the fighter section, as you can see, these are all the fighters that I own. Okay, but down here are fighters that I don't own, that I have not received from the gacha system. Now, as you can see from Chizuru, if I have unlocked this elite section at the top, if I had already unlocked it, you can actually do this and receive those fragments. Once you receive 100, it's yours. So if you have enough energy and you have enough desire, you can pretty much pull or take whatever you want. Now the fight system is actually quite simple, and I'm just going to go ahead and do a fight here so you can kind of see. This fight system is your traditional kind of RPG setup, which is going to be a side-scrolling kind of look to it, you know, a la, you know, Final Fantasy or something. So it's a touch system, meaning that you have at the bottom, you have your characters that are going to attack. They can attack at any order. There's no speed. This is literally based off of the order in which you have them at the bottom, or you could just click the profile picture and you can attack with them. You click on the character you're going to attack, and then as you can see there, there's that little circle that's shrinking into the button. If you tap it at the right speed, you can hit a perfect, a great, or a poor. So as you can see on King and Joe Higashi, you can see that those characters actually have skills ready to go. I believe you cannot skip over the skill and save it. Once it's there, you're going to use it. Okay? So you just click, time it for those perfects. I believe perfects are going to give you your max damage. They drop coins, as you can see, the people around. And right there I have a boss character. And now I have the ultimate system. Now the ultimate systems, or the abilities, are going to be like their special moves from the respective games. Okay? Pretty cool stuff. Beautiful graphics. See, I just silenced him. You have your different assortments of, say, like right here, a gank could be technically a healer or a buffer. You have a tank, not to be confused with gank. A tank character like Joe Higashi there at the bottom that basically can take damage and sometimes even like not only take the damage. See, right there I didn't do anything and it goes straight into auto, as you can see the bads. But so they're going to attack based off of their own desires, and that's fine. I'll go ahead and let it just go in auto for a little bit so I can go ahead and talk. But very fun game, very cool. Now you're probably wondering, like, okay, cool, like you do that, the gameplay looks pretty fast, so you know you're not going to use up too much time. But is this going to be something that I have to dedicate a lot of time to? And there's two answers to that. No, you're not really going to eat. It's not going to eat up a lot of your time. This game is pretty much going to be a come in, come out. Do a quick battle, bring up your stuff. You have your energy here at the top right where you see that lightning bolt, which kind of tells you what's up. You have events that happen, but none of them are particularly time consuming. There's arena battle, as you can see, with either your club, which would be like your guild, tournament, which was just your team, and arena, which is just specific to to individuals. So yeah, each of them has level based off of the characters, and not only have levels based on the characters, but they also have equipment that you could level up also, and their rarity goes up as you level up their equipment. They could also be awakened for even more boost. You can enhance the character too by leveling them up. As you can see there, upgrade, promote, actually promote and upgrade the character itself, so its multiplier per level goes up with it. Evolve the character so it gets multi-stars or multi-rarities. A skill, which also brings up their strength or power level, and each of those skills does something specific. See, right here, like Snowy Heroine Dance is a skill attack. Alright, and this one's going to cause exponential damage. Okay, and then the Fight Soul is going to build up your rage and also does some other things with it. So as you can see, each character can be customized in the way you want. Now here's the problem. There's so much to do that it ends up taking up a lot of time. The game itself doesn't actually take up a lot of time. It's just based off of what you want to do, it's going to end up taking the time. Oops. All right. So that's that first gacha game, or the anti-gacha game. The next game that I'm going to kind of talk about very quickly is going to be really the benchmark. King of Fighters is fun, play it, but out of a rank between 1 and 10, I'd give it about a 6 or a 7. It's right there in the middle, leaning towards good. To tell you the truth, I sometimes forget to even log in, and it just kind of happens. But you know what? Like, that's just the way it is. Now, Brave Exvius, however, is going to be based off of the Final Fantasy games. Each character is a Final Fantasy character, whether from the respective chronological games or from the Brave Exvius game that's imagined within this game. Okay, and so this is going to be another fighting system. Now let me just go into a world fight. This is the basic map. This is the stuff that you're going to be going through as you're going through the game. Oh, everything's popping up. It's been a while. It's been a while. Okay. So you're going to basically have this. It tells you that you have to complete, these specific things in order to receive those items. A tent, lapis. Lapis is the premium currency in which you're going to do the pulls that I was talking about before. Okay. Oh, yeah. So wait, no limit burst. Okay, that's easy. Let's just go in with that. As you can see, I had my characters already preset. Everything's ready to go. The characters that I have are what you would consider marginally rare. I've been playing this game for, it's already about to come close to a year. I mean, technically a year, but I don't give myself that credit because I did kind of have a bit of a downtime because of my job. But as you can see, it is a system. It's a sort of similar to the and I put it in auto and it just limit burst. I'm not going to get all the lapis, but I can go ahead and show you how it works. So take for instance right here, X Death. You just slide to the right, and then you have his abilities. You go ahead and choose the ability that you want to use. Let's just say I wanted to do Meteor with him, and it holds it. It keeps that going. Like, all right, it just needs to click the person, boom, and he's going to do the attack. Now I turn off all the graphics because I like my game to run smooth, but here it would be like all crazy stuff right now. That was enough damage to wipe the entire board. That's why we're moving on to the next part. All right. Okay. Now to just attack, you just boom, click. Simple system. All right. There is items that you can also use too, just by sliding to the right, slide down to defend, slide up if you just want to attack. Very simple. It's not like ridiculous concepts. Now, the type of people that you fight, like if you're going into the higher end content, which you would call end game, that's when you actually have to put in time. So, bottom line, how much time am I going to put into this game? A lot. It is a very time consuming game. I know for me, having to keep up with the content, I might jump on like maybe every 2 hours, and then I'll be on for maybe 15-20 minutes. It's just a lot of content and a lot of free content which doesn't use your energy. But do I recommend it? This for me is a ridiculously solid game. Ridiculously solid game. I feel that most games should be based off of this system. It's not a lot in terms of like, okay, I don't even know where to start or what to do, or it's a very simple idea. It's just things that you can do to pass the time, but it is time consuming. So I would say for your average college student, those of you that have an 8 to 5 job, or maybe even like less, part-time maybe, anything like that, I think this game is perfect for you. But if you know that kids, mortgage, that kind of stuff, you might be pushing it a little. So I would be really careful. Or if you don't want to go end game or you don't care about the higher end content, play it. Play it. It's good stuff. All right. I know I'm kind of jumping around over here. Okay, the new bad boy in the cell phone games. All right, Fate Grand Order or FGO. All right, we're gonna change the screen here. Now, Fate Grand Order is based off the anime series of the Fate series. I shouldn't even say the Fate Grand Order series because it's Fate Stay Night, then Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works, and then you have Fate Zero, and then you have the movies, and then there's a lot of things. So this is another gacha system game. This is not an anti-gacha, so this isn't anything like where you can pull whoever you want, or at least not traditionally. So you have a summon system here. It uses, again, gem system as the premium currency. You'll have banners just like all the other gacha games, which will say like what are going to be the summons within this. And so here you can see the drop rates. You see that it has like a 1% chance of dropping. The servants that are at a 5-star craft essences are basically the equipment that you can add in. The fighting system here is actually pretty cool, pretty intuitive, at least in the sense of like it's straightforward. So you choose somebody here, and like most gachas, a friend unit to go ahead and join you in the battle. Now it looks like here you have 6 people that actually join you in the battle, but actually when you start the fight, there's a lot of storyline here. Gonna let it go, loading. That's the only thing about some of these gacha system games, that if you don't have a solid internet connection, sometimes the loading on this sucks. Okay, so as you can see here, you have your 3 characters. The one to your right would be your friend character, the other 2 would be your main characters. Anytime one of your characters falls, one of those other characters that were in the 3 on the right side will jump in and take their place. So that's where the strategy kind of comes in, if you know it's going to be a long drawn out battle and you have the potential of having one of your characters fall. Now there's character classes. As you can see, the character classes that I have in my team is caster, ruler, saber. The types that I'm fighting against is saber. There is a rock paper scissors concept here. You know, that whole thing, paper beats rock, rock beats scissors, scissors beats paper kind of idea. It's the same thing here. Now, the system is a marginal card system. Each character has a set of cards based off of their attacks. You have a quick attack, a buster attack, and a art attack. Now, the arts are going to bring up your, as you can see at the bottom, your NP. All right, that's basically how you're going to do your kind of big attack. Okay, and then your quick attack is going to actually give you your critical crystals, which basically increases your critical attack, strength, and your critical chance. I believe it does both. I might be wrong on the strength, but for sure your critical chance. Okay. You can click them in any order, but as you saw in the other one, if you click all the same character, they're going to do a long drawn out attack. So this one I'm going to go ahead and choose different characters for each attack. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. It combines the 2. Art chain, my NP went up, as you can see at the bottom, and I go through the attack. It will not go through all the attacks, so just know that. Start the next battle. This one has a 3-round battle, or 3-round battle, and then it tells you how many turns you take. Okay, so let's go ahead, and here you can see my buster, my attack up, attack strength goes up with it. As you saw there, I was able to crit with 12,000, regular attack with the 6,000, and a regular attack with 9,000, which would have one-shot if it was just a little bit more. And like I said, I'm just going through this just to kind of show you how like the battle systems are. It's very, very easy. It's not a difficult game. No, you don't have to know the lore. And the same thing goes with all the other games. You don't need to know the games that came out previously. That's not the point of these games. It's cool. I have to tell you this. Before starting this game, I had never seen any of the Fate Stay Nights or the Fate anime series, and then I ended up, because of this game, going in, and now I appreciate it a little bit more. But appreciation doesn't technically mean oh well, that's the only way that you can actually play this game, is if you know that you go through it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the move here, the super move for Liang. So here we go. Does a cool little thing there. Now, if this one wasn't a damage move, that's going to be lowering down defense. That's going to be your debuffer. We have another one. Why not? Let's just check out all the ones I can bust out. So she is sort of the main character of this game, this gacha game. So that she's more of a buffer. Now the thing about hers is that she gets stunned after. So as you can see, like on her cards on the right side, before you even click attack, her cards are stunned. And I'll show you what happens when that happens. Basically, you can click on the card, but then she doesn't actually do anything. Then you have the little skill use. These are replenished after every fight, not turn or round, but every fight. So let's go ahead and give it to her so we can go ahead and see her attack. Nice. So yes, if you combine the attacks down here and you combine it with that one, you're going to get boom, bonus attack, boom, attack plus, and I'm going to do the super attack, photon ray. Freaking cool stuff. Looks beautiful. Very reminiscent of Sword Art Online, the game. I don't have it here because I'm actually not a big fan of it, which I'll go ahead and explain why in a bit. So there you go. Here there's storyline that goes through every battle, which is something that's very common in a lot of these games. But yeah, let's go ahead and go back. So what are these other games that I have at the bottom, and why do I have them there? Okay, so I focused on the games that I end up playing and more than likely going to do videos on in the future. But the games that you see at the bottom are solid games that I probably won't do videos on, but I'll tell you which ones are going to take up time. Now, Fate Grand Order is also a very time-consuming game. Now, the games that you see at the bottom are a combination of time-consuming and non-time-consuming games. Injustice 2 is a fighting game based off of a tap system. Very simple, very easy concept, and it's just a very short time that you have to dedicate to it, unless you're a person that's like, well, I need to use all the energy that I have to be able to do these fights. So, but that is like the little restraint that it keeps you. But very quick, it's not going to take up a lot of time. Graphics are beautiful. If you do know the Injustice game that came out in the console systems, it's the same idea. It's the same graphics, kind of. Mobius Final Fantasy is another game. Graphics are amazing, very time consuming though. Record Keeper kind of is reminiscent to the Brave Exvius, just a little bit more of a simple concept and Nintendo graphics, but still very pretty. Then you go, I have that there, the DH5, I believe it's Dungeon Hunter. I actually just have it there just because I have it there, it's nothing. But there's two things I wanted to bring up before I conclude my video today. The first thing is emulator games. Now, emulator games, I am kind of on the fence on. I am usually not a big fan of emulator games. Now, I have this game because I am a huge Lunar fan. Okay. Well, I can't. It seems I can't. I didn't update my Lunar, so. But Lunar Silver Star Story. Here's the thing that I have about it is that the controls are going to be. The controls are going to be on the cell phone, and so you're going to use the touch screen as the buttons. but the reaction of them isn't as good. And not only that, but if you're playing these games as a nostalgic reason, it's frustrating because you're still not going to have the experience as you had when you were a child, because you had the controller, you could feel the buttons, you had the television, you had all of this stuff to immerse you into the world that you enjoyed. So you're not going to get that. Now, there are some of you that are like, yeah, but I mean, I'm playing the game and that's all I want to do. Awesome. You're going to enjoy it, you're going to love it, and that's cool. I can't. After downloading Lunar Silver Star Story, Touch, I was so disappointed. And a lot of these ROM games are like that. But like I said, a lot of people are okay with it. And then there's Pokemon Go. Okay, first off, confession. I played it. Like many other people, I played Pokemon Go. I played it for a good while. It got me outside. It got me working out again, as you can even see here. But as I learned, walking is not working out. It's good. Hey, better than just sitting on a chair, looking at a camera and talking to it for about 30 minutes. But it's not real exercise. And so the thing that most people will play it for, which is the exercise portion, is not the best. The game part. It is totally addictive for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe a month. And then you just stop. Because after a while, especially if you're just like in the area that you live in and that's all you really can go, you're going to be like, well, it's the same shit over and over again. Why am I going to play a game when it's the same shit over and over again? And that was my problem, is that it was just the same shit over and over again. And so I ended up dropping it. Not a time-consuming game. Actually pretty cool if you're a person that likes to just go for walks. But yeah, that's the idea there. Play the games that you like. Check them out. And at the comments below, bring up some games that I can maybe check out, and that's better than some of the games that I have over there. Please, make sure that you comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you watch all the videos that the Bearded Gamers are putting out, because it's through your support and through you guys that we're able to do videos like this. Thank you so much. I'm MemoRandom of the Bearded Gamers. Thank you for watching, and you have yourself a random day. I'll see ya.